Hello, welcome to the Full Moon Libra video. My name is Donna Page. My website's Loving Light Astrologer. Thank you for joining me. The full moon in Libra, this is actually the second full moon in Libra we have this year. And it is at 29 degrees from Libra to Aries. And the one thing that you want to remember, so why is the universe giving us these two full moons in the same sign? Is let's get it together. It's like an extra push to understand this message. But what is this message? The message between Aries and Libra is self and other. So we're dealing with what is it that we want, that we need to do to assert our own life, go in our own direction, and who do we want to be there with us? Libra, the balance, the other. And yes, it is about balancing life too. That is the core concept. And it's important to dig deeper. So the principle of assertion of self, this is where the self, the motivation to go, is Mars. So it's from the sun in Aries at 29 degrees, that critical, very last degree. So there can be a sense of criticalness about it. But where is Mars? Because Mars rules Aries. So we're looking at Mars, and Mars is over here in Gemini. And Mars in Gemini is like, okay, there may be more than one thing, Gemini the twins. There may be more than one thing that you want to do. There may be a choice of more than one direction for you. Different ideas. What do you want to know? Where do you want to go? Mercury is it has so many, it's diversity. There's so many different qualities of what you can do. I can do this, I can do that, I got this idea, that idea. So it's about gathering all these ideas, all these possibilities together, and not feeling confined that there's only one path, that there's choices. You don't want to sit on a choice and always be thinking. But there's choices, and why not have two different things that you're putting your focus and your intention on? And who do you want to be with you? Moon in Libra. Where's the kindness? Where's the balance? Where's the peace? Where's the harmony? And Libra is ruled by Venus. So let's check out what Venus has to say. And Venus is over there in Pisces. Compassion, understanding, universal love. So the concept of Pisces, Venus and Pisces, is this ideal love. It's not necessarily meant to be a human love in that, because we're human, right? But that desire to, how can you accept someone for who they are and what they want, and how can you look beyond the foibles of, the little picky things that perhaps don't work in your life. So there's this sense of bringing in compassion and love and acceptance, and being able to perhaps look at your relationships from that standpoint. Are they accepting? Are they compassionate? Is there that balance and that fairness? Now, there's a lot more to this energy and how it can impact you this particular month. So one of the other things that's very strong about this energy is Mercury's conjunct Chiron. Mercury conjunct Chiron is very strong for different ideas, and it's in Aries. Different ideas can come up that have to do with wherever perhaps, I wish this didn't happen to me in life. Because Chiron is a concept of life happens. It isn't always pleasant. Many times we wish they call it the wounded warrior, but the wounded healer, but it's so much more than that. Because it is like, okay, things happen in life. What do you want to do with it? So it's a deep sense of something that perhaps something in life has blocked me or felt wounded by. And now, through the process of bringing it up to your consciousness, and ideas can pop up about that, to go back to that Venus in compassion. And the compassion may be for yourself, of an understanding that unconditional love. Now, another very interesting thing about this particular energy is the sun is right in between, it's called the midpoint, between Mercury and Uranus. Now, it's very close to Uranus, you know, within a day, it's gone into Taurus, it's vibrating with Uranus and Taurus. If you haven't seen the video on Uranus and Taurus, you might want to check that out, because this is an element of opening things up. And of course, if the sun is conjunct Uranus, then it means the moon is opposite Uranus. And any type of relationship that doesn't work, or any part of your life that doesn't work, there can be such an unsettled feeling of wanting to break free, wanting to break open. So Uranus is known as either the breakout or the breakthrough, the breakup or breakthrough energy. So there's this breaking apart and breaking through. So where do you want to break through in life? Where do you want to have things shattered in some way? Enlightenment energy is like, aha, this is the aha enlightenment. You know, I got this eureka vibe that's going on here. But back to the fact that it's the midpoint between Mercury and Uranus is even more so, that there can be these eureka moments that come. It's like, I know how what? I know how to put all these different paths, these different ideas that I have that are very interesting to me, but perhaps I haven't figured out exactly how to maneuver here. Now, there's a stronger overlying vibration that's been going on and will continue, and that is with Saturn. And Saturn is conjunct what's called the South Node. It's in Capricorn. It's vibrating with Pluto. This energy is very intertwined. But basically it's saying just get things together. Get things together. Know the foundation of what supports you, what doesn't support you, and be able to release. South Node energy is about releasing to some degree, but the nodes are always portals, you know, like these portals to other worlds. And because Saturn is on the portal or the node of Pluto, and Pluto's on the node or the portal of Saturn, and the South Node of the moon's all combined, it's like this psychic energy is so available to us that it's this rush of energy, and it's this rush of, and what you see in the world can be so much of this society that has been keeping others down. And you know, we live in such a beautiful prosperity in some ways that, you know, everybody has their own thing, but there's so many parts of the planet where there's dire, they really are in dire straits. And so this opening of awareness of where there's so much that can change to be able to uplift humanity. And here's another thing about this vibration. And again, this isn't just for the full moon, it's the vibration of the times, the vibration of the month. That Jupiter, which has gone retrograde on Wednesday the 10th, in Sagittarius, its rulership. It's like Jupiter's in its rulership, and Saturn and Capricorn is in its rulership. So there's these two vibrations that both want to be on top. They both is like two rulers, because they are the ruler of these areas. They both want to be in charge. So Jupiter is have faith, you know, believe, trust, take that leap of faith, trust. You can do it. Have confidence in yourself. Sometimes you just need to go for it. And Saturn's that, but planet. Yeah, but do you have enough wisdom? Do you have enough time? Do you have enough money? Do you have enough this? Do you have enough that? So, like, which one's speaking to you loudest? And ultimately, they are going to come together in the not so distant future, a year from now. That combination together is about being able to have the tools, the Earth, Capricorn, material wisdom and tools, the know-how, the practical know-how, pragmatic tools, along with the confidence and faith. And you put those two together, then the world is open. But we're not there yet. There's this pull. So not to be pulled so much, and also Saturn and Capricorn can be very disappointing or heavy. You know, oh, are you sure? Can you do this? So be cautious about being pulled into negativity around you. You know, that can be those naysayers of why you can't get something done, right? If they have something that resonates with you, that's like, oh, you know, maybe I do need to pay attention to this, and I'll figure out how I can get it done. So be conscious of who's speaking, you know, where you feel that speaking to strongest, and choose from there. You know, choose. And a lot of this is about choosing yourself and knowing who belongs, who feels right, who will bring you that support, that wisdom, and that love in your path. So thank you for joining me, and I always appreciate how you are and your comments. Thank you.